especially when it's something that you might not necessarily understand, because when numbers feel unpredictable, when they feel confusing or emotionally loaded, the natural nervous system treats them as a threat. And when something feels threatening to us, we just naturally want to back up and avoid it. The problem is the avoidance of it doesn't actually reduce the stress. It typically increases it over time. So when we don't look at our numbers, it just kind of builds and builds in the background, and it becomes a bigger, scarier monster in the closet, so to speak, than it actually is. I can't tell you how many therapists I've had who have come to me after a couple of years of not doing their tax returns because, once again, just avoiding it, avoiding the numbers, not wanting to look at it, scared to know what that final tax bill is going to be. Like a second, third year therapist who, started their private practice. First year went pretty well, second year went even better, but then they were nervous about doing their taxes, so they just avoided them altogether. And every single time when we help one of our clients, one of our therapists catch up on those back taxes, they're like, oh my gosh, Alan, this was such a relief that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. One, because we're going to help you tax plan and reduce those numbers. But two, and most importantly, it gets, it opens the closet, it puts light on that scary monster that's in the closet. And so those imagined scenarios that we build up in our mind are almost always than worse than we think they are. So the goal here isn't to like suddenly fix your finances or you become a mathematician or a Excel whiz. Although if you want to, I can teach you how to do that. But really here the goal is to build tolerance. We want tolerance for looking. We want tolerance for noticing, and we want tolerance for being with and sitting with the information that we are given. Because once again, numbers, tax bills, they are just numbers. They are not indicative of who you are or how well your practice is doing. All of these things are relative, and they are just information that helps us get to the next step. So here's one supportive step that you can do to create a low pressure money moment.